was asking about just the process of curating a box. How long does it take? And then, the sort of testing you do before saying those products are good enough to make it in a box.
Oh, geez. I mean, I think the curating, sometimes it moves pretty quick. We've had some that we've gotten the samples, we've reached out to them, they've reached out to us. We've gotten samples in a week or two, and we've been able to line them up in a box in like 2 months.
Yeah.
And then we've had some that have taken 7 months, 8 months to get lined up. And then we've had others that are lined up, and then 2 weeks before we need the products, they cut out on us.
Oh, wow.
So that really makes us shift gears quick. And, and most of the time it's because they're having supply chain issues, or, they have something going on in their business that prevents them from doing it. So it's nothing like out of spite or any issues like that. It's just the way the global economy is right now. It's a little sketchy. And then usually I'll either get some samples to try, but most of them we send direct to Brad, so him and his team can go through them, because they detail every day. I detail on the weekends or when I'm putzing around at night in my cars. But and especially in the warmer months, I can do that. In the middle of the winter, I don't have as many options as Brad does. I have a heated garage, but it's not really set up like Alex or Rick's garage with drains and stuff like that. So I don't have the water runoff in the winter, so I don't get to test as much as Brad. Sometimes we've gotten sent so many samples that we have to split it up, because they'll send us 20 products and we're like, well, we can't test all this stuff. So I don't know, Brad, what do you think?
Yeah, well, first off, Jay-Z, I'm laughing because I've been sending Fred and Jason these screenshots lately of why I've been so energetic, and I've been on this 90s hip hop kick for my Spotify. So I was laughing because of that. But the testing really goes back to like the VBOSH stuff. Like the customer service really is important to me if these companies are responding quickly and keeping in good communication with us. And then I'll just use it everyday use. Like I'm really not scared to use something new on a client's, 7-figure car. Like if any of my clients are watching, they already trust me, but it's, a lot of these products, it's, you have to use cool to the touch. I think that's where we get into a lot of trouble, is direct sunlight, or someone just takes their car out for a joyride. They come back, the wheels are super hot, the hood's super hot. They try to spray the greaser to get bugs off on the hood, and it just stains the clear coat. So I think, all these products that are in the market that we're trying to navigate through, they're all great. They're all great. But to me, it comes down to kind of answering Jay-Z's question. The testing really starts with customer service with these people, and just reading and learning about their products and their background of how they got into this, because I want to know if it's just a company that doing a lot of marketing and just relabeling their stuff, which is not bad. It's just some companies, it's just all about.
And one other thing that happens sometimes is, not that there's a drought ever with testing products, but there's times we have 3-4 months lined up already. So then we'll start reaching out or getting connected with new brands. And there's so many that we just lose, certain touch with people, and we have to circle back, or, there's only 3 of us. I know people think that GloveBox is this huge company, and it's not. There's me, Jason, and Brad. And we all have full-time jobs. This is just something that we're doing out of a passion and for fun and together, and for the community, and we just enjoy doing it. So we don't have all the time in the world to keep track of all this stuff sometimes. So sometimes they get away from us, and then sometimes we're able to reconnect with them. Or the big thing this year was having the takeover boxes every month. That really was a big hit a couple times last year. And late last year, we're like, let's try to do takeovers as many months in a row as we can.
Yeah.
So then when we get these companies that have accessories, or they might have one new product, but they don't have a huge depth of merchandise or, products that they sell, we're already having to push them possibly into next year. So like it's just tough to keep track of all of them, but we try to re-engage them. A big thing now is like SEMA's coming up, so I'm re-engaging with them. Hey, are you be at SEMA? We should meet face to face, shake hands, chit chat, like see what we can work out, or back to the GloveBox RX thing. Like our big thing is there to shake hands, meet more vendors and manufacturers, and we know a lot of them. And Brad's met some in person. I haven't met any in person. It's all since COVID. It's all been on a computer, you know. So
yeah,
we're hoping to meet some of these folks and get them interested in getting their product in GloveBox RX, because we do want to share the system with any brand that we feel would be, I don't want to say worthy, because we're not snotty by any means, but back to what Brad said about the whole marketing ploys and like these big exaggerations about what they do, and some of that's gone in this chat that Mike and our little detailed chats talk about. Like I don't think we'd want companies like that to use our system, and I'm sure they'd probably throw a ton of money at us and, you know, try to make us do it, but I would hold on to our morals and, you know, push back. But there's many brands out there that we want to work with, so you know, we'd love to curate in that way as well, I think. So
yeah, for sure. So definitely a business side and a, you know, testing side, and but I can see once Brad's team gets a hold of these products, I mean, it doesn't take too long to figure out, you know, this soap's good, this glass cleaner's good.
Well, it's like the first time I found about the detail firm, I got an ad for them, so I reached out to them, which is one person, Brandon.
Really?
He's an amazing guy. He runs that whole company by himself.
Wow.
Contact him, like, you know, that your stuff looks really good. Could we sample it for GloveBox? And I explained who we are, and he's like, yeah, that'd be great. So he sent me, I don't know, 5 or 6 products, and I tested them, and it was like the packaging and how good they smelled and how they looked and how they worked. And I'm like, Brad, I drove from my house into the city. He was at our headquarters detailing, and drove like an hour in traffic. I'm like, I handed him this box, and it was like he opened it and like the light glowed out of it. You know what I mean? And he was like, this stuff is amazing. Like immediately we're like emailing back, like, all right, we want this many of this. Can you do it? Kind of a thing. So like there's manufacturers that we meet like that we, I don't know, just love working with. So
yeah, that's cool.
Keep them coming, you know.